Hello Goblins, it's Chris, Eldritch Pipes, with an episode of this week's Pipes, which finally has more than one pipe in it, as I am back in the workshop full time, which is good stuff. I'm smoking Esoterica's Tilbury, which is very lovely. It's quite warm today, even though there's been a lot of showers, which seems to be the weather at the moment, hot with showers. It's crazy. All right, let's have a look. This is a good little selection. It was a two-pipe commission, and the first one I'm going to show you was meant to be a sandblast, but as so happens with these kind of things when you're working with briar, um, as I was doing the shape, it was like, this briar is super clean, and the grain is just really nice. It flows around the shape, just sort of all over the place. There's just lots of it going on, and so I went, I have to make this a smooth. Will you let me make it a smooth? Unfortunately, he went, yes, go for it. So that was cool. So I'll show you the first one. It is now a smooth, and it's a shape that I call opium. Maybe you'll understand when you see it. Well, you can see the grain popping there. That's a chocolate and yellow contrast stain. Well, the light is really bouncing off that. Flip it around the other way. You can see like the straight grain just like, same on the other side, which is really nice. All sorts of things going off on the rim there. And this kind of like little bud as well. Has this long stem. The pipe is quite light. I neglected to weigh it before I packaged it to go. Oh, it's red Eldritch Cumberland. You can see it's got like quite an extreme forward cant on it. Somewhat similar to a cutty. I think the cutty that I make, it has the same angle on the bowl. But this is a deeper chamber than a cutty. In fact, it's quite a substantial chamber. My little finger does not go to the bottom. If you're interested, although the bottom of the bowl is rounded, it's actually drilled, the chamber is drilled with a Danish bit, which tapers to the bottom. So it means that it stops the pipe getting too hot. If it was like a rounded chamber at the bottom, sort of like conforming to the shape, there wouldn't be a lot of meat there, but there's actually a reasonable amount of wood at the bottom. So there you go. Loads of just about every type of grain on that one. Straight grain, bird's eye, flame grain. It's got the lot. But you can see why I wanted to make it smooth. And I'm really liking, I have them for a while now, the chocolate and yellow. And even yellow when it goes on to briar, because briar is already yellow, it always pushes into the orange. It makes it look, it's very warm. Reminds me of those, of conkers. You know, that sort of like rich sheen. Second pipe is rather different. I've only made one of these in the past. This is the second pipe of this design in existence. It is a bone crawler. Some of you will have seen the previous one. It's a contrast blast finish, blasted very nicely. You can see the ring grain going around the bowl. But I just love the sandblast finish on the bone. It just gives it kind of a natural bone look almost. The finish is just it's chocolate and natural, so that's natural briar colour showing through there, so there's no top stain. 3 ribs. It's a tricky carve, there's no doubt about it, because in between the ribs you're trying to get the shape of a pipe, of a sort of a doubling, sort of inside the rib cage. It's challenging. And then this is, well, that's showing up really vibrantly. On the screen it looks like nearly lime green, but this is the moss green. And it just came out very nicely. That's crazy. It's more of a swampy grass green than it's showing on here. That really does look very vibrant, lime green. In fact, I need to make that colour. That'd be great. Alright, there you go. The bone crawler. I remembered there was a moment when I was wondering at what I was going to call it. Bone walker or bone crawler. And then bone crawler was settled on. There you go. 2 pipes. Ash flying everywhere. Alright. Hope you enjoyed that. That's this week's pipes. I'll be back next week, certainly, for Listen with Eldritch. But I'll be back again. What? Is it snowing? That's crazy. I'll be back with more pipes. Alright. Until then, take it very easy. Loyal pipe maker.